To have more coding and practice, I go to design mode and I create another button. I click on this objects here and button again, command button, it is fine. I could change the properties, maybe the caption name, color set. Alright. And I want to, after clicking on this button, change my first button color, maybe background color. But note that my object here named it is command button 2. First one it is command button 1. Also, we don't have background color. It has back color. So you have to find this one on coding. I double click on my second button here. You see now we are inside of my second button. And I want to change the properties of my first button. So you have to type this name, command. Instead of typing fully the name, you could press Ctrl or Command space and find the coding. Command button 1, type dot or period. Which property? If you remember, it was back color. B, there it is, back color, equal. Now how can I set the color? Actually, in Visual Basic we have many options. For example, you could apply directly the color name like red or blue. You could use the HSP or RGB or hex code. But for simple, I could type red. But note that if I click, there is no error. I close it, exit from design mode and click on this button. It is changed, but it is not red. We get our second type of error. This type of error, it is known as logical error, which is the worst one. Because there is no specific error, but you don't know why it is not working properly. Something wrong, but there is no error. Anyway, I'm going to Visual Basic. Actually, the red it is not applied, even if I type something like green and go to click button again nothing happens. Even if I change this color, allow me to bring properties, maybe blue, okay. Exit design mode. If I click, again it is black. Actually, it is not black because it didn't specify the correct color. It has removed the color and no color mean black. So, you have to make it correctly. Inside of Visual Basic, you have to type VB first, then type the name. Something like that. There it is, you see? Now it is get capitalized. And now if I click on this button, we have green color. Or I could use RGB. Do you remember? On the colors, something like font color, etc. As I mentioned on the custom, we had the color mode RGB, red, green, blue. For example, the pure red color, actually maybe hard here, allow me to type. It was 255, 0 and 0. RGB, red, green and blue. We could apply also on the coding. I press Alt or Option F11 to go Visual Basic Editor or Developer, Visual Basic, and here inside of command button 2 on click event inside of green, I type RGB, open the rounded bracket. You see now it is red as integer, the value. I will talk about integers or other variable types, but for now, as you remember, 255, comma, 0, comma, 0. Now it is red, green and blue it is 0, which means there is no color on that. So it has to be get red. I close it, or I could click on that here, exit. And now if I click on this button, we have red button.